Abraham Lincoln.
Louisiana Purchase, that's a name.
You need to really get off my balls, okay? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Also, why was Michelangelo so stinky? Ew.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 288 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I'll be your host today, Patrick. And joining me today are my two changeling co-hosts.
Hey, what's up? It's Ash.
And it's Joe.
Hello, everyone. This is a banter episode with your Cinema Grimoire pals today. Colt and Wenzel, they're off on a little trip this week. They'll be back. And so it's our turn to have a very special, secluded, individualized episode, much like they did. And we do appreciate them for taking over the show while Joe and I weren't able to participate. But please go back and check out our episode where we covered Volume 2 of Foreign Horror Films. There's a lot of really good stuff on the episode, so go check out that and listen to their hard work and discuss a lot of really good, really spooky movies.
Ooh.
I mean, I, just to be completely honest, I'm still in the spooky mood, even though we're past Halloween now, but the spooky will never die. This is a spooky household.
Spooky never dies.
Perpetually spooky. Halloween was a bust this year, so for me, yeah, we need more.
And, like, I feel like, for me personally, I didn't get to really indulge in the horror and the spooky content like I wanted to because we were so busy last month.
Yeah.
True.
Just from, like, general, like, personal stuff and, like, you know, starting a second channel, the AYCH Xtra. Go check that out. This is where you can find episodes of Cinema Grimoire, Backlog, Boyz, and other stuff. To throw that plug in there. But I definitely want to use the remainder of the year to just indulge in spooky content until I'm satisfied.
That's fair. That's a good plan. You have any particular spooky stuff in mind?
That's my spooky needs are broad and nebulous. I mean, I've been adding more and more movies to my watch list. One I added today is Leaf Jonker's Darkness. It's a movie from 1993. It's a very humble, very low budget vampire movie. It's more akin to a zombie movie in terms of like how the monsters react. But like this movie was made for like $15, and it has like the most just like gore drenched like affair you can possibly think of.
That does sound really cool. I'm in.
And like just the trailer I saw on YouTube, it's like, man, this looks like it's fucking bonkers.
I've never heard of that.
The Laird of White Worm from 1988, which is quite possibly one of the horniest horror movies ever made.
Yeah, so I've heard.
I mean, there's literally a point where like Hugh Grant is like nailed to a cross where this giant snake is like surrounding his naked body, and there's like a woman with giant tits and like a latex bodice, and there's like a giant floating demon head and just like horny energy for days.
Yep.
Okay, I'm in.
Was that the movie I sent you that had like the weird visuals and shit, or am I thinking of something else?
Either I sent it to you or you sent it to me. 'Cause I remembered that in our personal Twitter exchange. Yeah. 1998 also, Brain Damage.
Okay.
About the young man with an alien in his brain. Which apparently is on Criterion. Holy shit.
Really?
Hell yeah. Classy horror. Phenomena with starring Jennifer Connelly.
I think I've seen that.
Dario Argento.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
the movies that inspired the Clock Tower game series. About it.
That's a game series I've always wanted to get into.
I mean, I've always been curious, but I know, like, especially the old game is like it takes a very specific level of like patience and fastidiousness, because you're pretty much helpless the entire game. Your only way to play is just to survive and like run away from this like horrible tiny person with a giant pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Snip, snip.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I think it's just like it starts out as like a point and click adventure game.
Yeah. So, as for y'all, was there anything like, on your list you want to catch up with and sort of to extend the spooky season even further?
I know I didn't watch Trick or Treat this year, like during October, just because time got away from me, so I have to do that.
Which recently got a theatrical release this year for the first time ever.
It did, which is really cool. Not here, of course, because we couldn't be so lucky. But other than that, just all the vampire movies, just revisiting everything I own, trying to find new stuff. I wanted to watch. It's Showtime has Let the Right One In as a show.
Oh, okay.
And I'm curious. Looks really good. I saw the movie. I like the movie. The original movie, not the American one, which, no. But anytime you hear the words American remake, there's like a 75% chance it's going to suck.
I mean, what are you talking about? The American remake of Old Boy is pristine.
Jesus Christ.
Spike Lee, you will never be forgiven.
I mean, Spike Lee has other things to answer for. That's like, that's like middle of the list.
You're not wrong.
But yeah, definitely want to catch up with that. Still watching Interview with the Vampire, the show, which has gotten crazy, and I love it. And I'm excited for this week's episode. It's tomorrow.
As of this recording, which will be they'll come out on Sunday, the show, and our episode will be on Monday. So talking about yesterday, that's yesterday's news, Ash.
I mean, I can't be up on things. I don't have the time, but. The show's been great so far, and it would probably be worth us watching collectively. Just, I want to see your reactions compared to the movie.
Yeah,
it's insane.
I mean, I'm definitely game for that. If we want to do like a recap episode of Cinema Grimoire later, because like the first official episode of Cinema Grimoire was us watching the 1994 original.
Yeah, the show definitely takes the movie and just cranks everything up to like 1,000. I would be interested to see how you guys react to Claudia and the changes they've made, because it's less gross by like a lot. She's, I think, supposed to be like 14.
Okay. It's
well, and they really push like her and Louis being more like siblings.
Okay.
It's real, like they stress that, where it's more like a older brother / guardian type of thing instead of the weird sexual tension.
Yeah, which this is already like a really weird like plot point, if not handled like very specifically, as we discussed. But like I was very curious like what they would do to sort of circumvent the more like I guess woogity parts of the story.
I think they're handling it pretty well so far. They still have, I think, 2 episodes left, so they can completely shit the bed at the end, and they might. But
hey, anything
so
can happen.
far, it's good. But yeah, I think that's the majority of my spooky season plans. Oh, also Scream.
Oh,
yes.
The newest one.
Because was it early this year or last year? We went on a Scream marathon, Joe.
I think it was like late last year into this year. Mm-hmm. We did a little bit of a Scream marathon.
Because we got up to 3 because we were watching with Ken, and, and then just things in life happen. So Joe and I, we still have to watch 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm. 4. I have mixed feelings about 4. It's not a bad movie. It's one of those things where if you like the franchise, you're going to know what's happening immediately.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the killer within probably 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even be mad when I got it right. It's like, it's following a format.
And plus I know Scream 5 has its kind of like hits and misses depending on who you talk to. Some people's like, this is the best one since the original, or some people said it's very derivative. It seems like a lot of the problems people had maybe with 4 are also kind of ones they had with 5.
I think so, because from what I've heard about 5 5 ties into 4 pretty closely.
Yeah.
Like it's a continuing storyline, so I can see the problems carrying over.
But regardless, I'm still intrigued to find out what happened. I mean, I know, but at this point in the year, because that movie came out in January, there's like some big
God, it
stuff
did.
I already know. So I'm just like, let me just see it unfold as it's supposed to.
That makes sense. So far, I've had nothing spoiled. I have no idea how.
Impressive.
But yeah, I'm definitely excited to see it. What were your thoughts since you guys did a marathon? How did you like 3?
I like 3. I think 3 gets unfairly maligned.
Thank you.
I'm in a very similar position. I need to rewatch it because there's a good chunk of the middle I don't quite remember because I kind of fell asleep. However, from what I remember of it, I remember enjoying it fairly well. Definitely not as much as the first 2, but like, I don't know. It's one of these movies I just think gets overhated.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because it's fairly different, and I guess it's beats in the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
And like, honestly, I really like 2. Like,
2's my favorite. 2's definitely my favorite. It's like 2, and then 1 and 3 are pretty much tied for me, honestly. And I know some people would flip out hearing that, but I like 3 a lot.
yeah.
I felt like it was fun. I like the kills. I thought they were fairly inventive, even when it was stupid.
Kaboom.
Blowing up the house is my favorite part. I will hear no slander about blowing up the
I have
house.
to know what the fact says.
It's like it's the best culmination of like all the 90s elements possible because it's like there's a fax machine as a plot point.
I mean, obviously,
A page.
it's
God.
like, it's just, like,
Beep, beep, beep. Oh, shit, I gotta get a call.
yeah, like Ghostface that hacks somebody's pager and then like it I don't know, shoots a saw blade out or something.
I want to know because I don't know a lot about 5. I want to know how they've like updated things in terms of just like how Ghostface works.
Well, I know from one of the early trailers, there's a bit where I guess the Drew Barrymore type opening kill. There's a girl who has like a home security system app that she's like, okay, home by herself. She turns it off, but then like it switches on, all the locks turn on after she locks them. So Ghostface is like, hacker man, I'm in.
Oh God.
Which like I assume because obviously Ghostface sort of progresses with technology, so like
Yeah.
he has to have like some level of like technological interception.
I want to see Ghostface doing TikToks.
Oh God.
Like exactly.
He's doing like Fortnite dances and everything.
Ghostface hits the woe.
Oh God. So yeah. I hate it.
For some reason, that reminded me of the children's choir doing "Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay."
How have I never seen this?
Oh my God! It is as amazingly cringe as it sounds.
Is this about to kill my soul?
Probably.
Oh God.
Also, I just imagine like Ghostface like say in the Ghostface voice say Da Vinci.
God damn it!
Oh, maybe that's the core. The killer's always 2 people. What if like they take off?
No.
Well, they take off the mask and it's fucking the Da Vinci brothers.
Motherfucker, no. I hate that.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it has.
No one in that video has ever seen a black person in person.
No, they have not.
Like,
God.
we are
They-
relegated to the internet for them.
They're
Like,
like, we've only seen the black people on the TV.
God, the TikTok and the cringe reminds me of a story I heard this morning. That rumor has it that that Disney is planning one of their next remakes is Hercules. And to be directed by the Russo brothers.
it's a TikTok musical.
A musical, but like with TikTok structure. And JoJo's just like utter, just like mortification.
Question: does everyone else remember that time one of the Russos petitioned to play a gay character in Endgame? Like, he's just like, I gotta play this character who's just like, yo, I'm gay.
No.
Like,
Yeah, like it was an Endgame. Like one of the Russo brothers, it was like in like this grief counseling circle where Captain America is like the person who's like leading it, and it's like, yeah, my husband got Thanos dusted, and I'm sad.
Yeah, and apparently it was like one of the first mentions of gay, like first like openly gay character in Marvel, and this one Russo brother was just adamant. He's like, I have to play this homo.
I couldn't even keep up the look of disgust. Like, what the fuck? Why?
I don't know.
And it's such an ancillary like character to be like, honestly, to be this far into your universe and the first gay character is like completely unremarkable and unimportant to your universe at large.
Like, I legit think like the only line he has is like, "Oh yeah, my husband got Thanos dusted."
I hate it.
Yeah, well, thank God it's between him and those two lesbian pilots at Rise of Skywalker. See, this is our gay representation, JoJo.
Okay, story time with JoJo. When I was working at our local newspaper, I was wearing I think I had like an R2-D2 shirt or something on, and we had this. It was this big redneck guy come in, and it was like, "Yeah, man, what's up? I love Star Wars." We started talking begrudgingly, but it's like, okay, this guy's fairly pleasant, and he was asking me how I thought about Episode 9 because this was right as it came out, and I think that movie is an affront to cinema.
Damn.
Do you care about spoilers?
No.
Okay, so Rey and Kylo Ren kiss.
Yeah, that. I have an active Tumblr account. Do you think I don't know this shit?
Oh, I imagine the Reylo stands were just good.
Never mind that everybody in our theater laughed.
Like everyone just hee-hawed.
Like just like this makes no guy. Oh, look, we're not getting on the Rise of Skywalker anymore. We've been through this.
We've been through this. However, I was like, man, our theater laughed at that kissing scene, and he's like, yeah, man, I can't believe they had two women kissing. And it took me a minute. I was like, wait, what? I had to remember, oh, yeah, we live in Alabama, which actively hates queer people. Also, there is a scene, I'm talking, 2 seconds of two women kissing in Rise of Skywalker. But yeah, that was a very awkward moment where I'm like, yeah, that kiss was stupid, right? And he's like, yeah, and then says that. I'm like, oh wait, we're not talking about the same thing.
Yikes.
Yeah, I can't believe there's not an action figure for Sneer Scarfo, the first lesbian in space.
There's almost definitely a Funko out there.
Or like whatever.
Like there's one of the diorama Funkos of just them kissing.
It's like
Star Wars invented lesbianism.
There's never been another occurrence of
It was a freak occurrence
of lesbians in space.
I mean, we have to discount that so then we can have our next first lesbian. This is the function of this.
How many first gay characters in Disney has there been now?
Oh my god, just so fucking many.
I don't even know anymore.
I've lost count. First it was LeFou, then it was the cop from Onward.
I still haven't seen that.
It's good.
Onward was the last movie we all saw together before COVID.
Really?
I think it was also probably the last movie I thought Chris Pratt was likable.
That's fair.
Before the Prattening happened.
God.
The Prattening. Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Every time I want to die. Just every time.
He's like, man, I've been working on this voice for months. I was like, you've been working on it for... Hold on. Hold on.
How old is he?
Hold on, we're about to find out.
I figured.
It's just him talking in a slightly lower register.
Well, supposedly there's a hint of an accent in there.
I don't.
It's subtle. Apparently, he's been working on this for 43 fucking years.
Ugh,
man.
But and I say that because that's his actual voice.
And it's still shit.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
It's tragic.
But what we're talking about earlier leads me to a point I had. Speaking of gays and Disney, I'm a little afraid I might be becoming or on a slippery slope to Disney gays, because over the last few months I've been down on theme park YouTube.
Okay.
So there's this one, there's this one like theme park gay. He lives in Japan, and he's like always in like Universal Studios Japan, Hello Kitty Land, Sanrio Land, like all these big like cutesy ootsy like theme parks. And like it's really interesting to see like all the different like snacks they have in Disney.
Yeah.
Like super cool snacks. Like I love his video where he went to Universal Studios Japan and did a taste test.
That sounds like fun.
It's super cool. But then I started getting like deeper and deeper into the theme park. I was like, oh wow, new Chip and Dale merch at Disney Sea or whatever the fuck they call it, Tokyo Disney Sea, whatever crazy bullshit. And then I was like, oh wait, I feel like there's a change happening, and maybe I should be more afraid.
So not just a Disney gay, but like theme park Disney, like Disney bounding, like that kind of culture.
Pat, I hate to tell you, this is an intervention.
We're gonna have to stop this now.
But the thing is, like, Japanese theme park merch is so much better than anything we can buy in America.
I mean, that's true.
They maybe want to buy a Minion toy for their first time because the part of their Universal Studios Halloween was like, wow, there's like actual thought put into this shit.
See, I'm less concerned about the Disney and more concerned about the Minion.
I will
part
show
of
you the
things.
Minion merch.
No.
It's like, wow, they're clever. Well, apparently, reason why a friend of ours let me know, reason why merch in Japan on these theme parks are so much better than everywhere else in the world, because Disney theme parks and other sort of like parts in that oeuvre are not overseen by Disney's like Eye of Sauron.
Yeah.
Because like apparently Japan wanted a Disney theme park for so long but just never got it. So they literally told Disney, we will pay you to build Disney in Japan and we'll run it. And they're just like, okay. And they do. And so like all of their stuff is like privately organized and overseen.
I know their Halloween stuff is insane. Like some of the stuff they're allowed to do, you would never see in America.
Yeah, there's just like little Snoopies and like Mickeys and like ghosts and like little zombie patches. I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. Like their Halloween and Universal Studios, it's like you have like zombies and monsters, but like I guess the master of ceremonies is like this zombie teddy bear, and like their theme park shows are pretty cool actually.
They really are.
But I think that the turning point for me is like maybe I need to take a step back. It was that I saw like a video for the Halloween parade in Disneyland Paris, and it has like all the little like Halloween people coming out, and then like the Haunted Mansion like skeleton guy came out. It's like, wow, he's kind of hot. And I was like, oh no.
That's a different type of intervention. That's not like a Disney thing. That's just
it's like I feel so bizarre. Why do men in skeleton makeup look so more like slutty?
I mean, it's a thing.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, like, hold on. I was watching the video, then like he walks out of the Haunted Mansion like corral, and it's like, man, why do I feel attracted to him? And I feel like he's just a dude in skeleton makeup.
He's all right.
I'm just like, I need to take a break, and I have. I'm
for the
disengaging.
Disengaging from Disney theme park YouTube.
I have to put my brain worms onto something else.
I'm gonna make your Disney theme park thing a little worse, though.
Uh-oh.
Have you followed? There are a bunch of channels that do like the history of like the American rides, and it's not Defunct Land, but it's something else.
I know that's Defunct Land's
Defunct
a big
Land's
one.
like huge.
Yeah.
But there is another one, and I forget what the channel's called, but I was on there for like weeks. And it talks about like all these different parts of the park that are no longer in operation or have been refurbished in some way.
Yeah.
And like the history there, they get like a lot of like old Urban Explorer like footage of like people who broke in. And you get some really cool stuff. And I fell down that rabbit hole for like months. It's cool. If I can find the channel, I will send it to you because It's fun.
That does sound cool, and it seems really bizarre that like there's this level of like I don't know, like ancient Italy. They're just building on top of pre-existing structures.
I wish we could be around for when future people or aliens or whatever's left on this planet once it's half nuked. What they find like in the rubble of Disney parks has to be terrifying.
Yeah, like just with the level of like historical like distance that we have from like ancient Egypt, they're just like digging out the sands of like the barren earth, and it's like, what was this structure? Why did they worship this mouse? And
Yeah.
like Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Goofy are just like the pantheon that
They worship them as gods.
that
And it just
Almighty.
turns into ancient aliens. They were visited by the gray people. Technology.
I hate it. There's going to be a whole cult of the mouse, and I'm not going to be here to witness it, and it saddens me.
I mean, the cult of the mouse already exists.
that's true.
I mean, there are people who actively petition to live in Disney neighborhoods, like the neighborhoods on the Disney
yeah.
theme parks.
Yeah.
Which
Which-
sounds like
Psychotic.
Stepford Wives, but with Mickey Mouse ears,
I mean, that's what Walt was trying to build with Epcot.
essentially.
Like he wanted his own like little technocratic state that he could control without oversight of the U.S. government. It was really fucked up. Walt Disney was a fucked up dude.
Yeah, he was.
I just hope that his frozen head is never find the mechanical super body they built for him. It's
Can
like
you imagine all the anti-Semitic slurs that thing's going to spew out? Like, it's just going to be a battle between Walt and Kanye at this point.
There's a third contender there because you were forgetting Mel Gibson.
Oh! God, he's the fucking surprise entrant to this battle royal.
like he comes in with the steel chair.
Mel Gibson with the RKO out of nowhere. He just comes out from under the ring, hits fucking Kanye with a stunner.
I still think Kanye would take them all. Kanye's winning
Really?
that. Kanye's winning that fight.
I don't think so.
Just okay in terms of just sheer bigotry.
I mean, I guess, but
'Cause
like,
see-
also this man is also like loves teddy bears and shit.
I mean, well, here's the thing though. Mel Gibson has enough like self-awareness to know that he's not going to totally fuck his career. He'll go underground, he'll come back, it'll be fine. He'll stop. Kanye has no off switch.
Kanye's just that mentally ill because
Pretty much.
Mel Gibson is on his round too, so he knows not to fuck up too much again.
It's like selective fucking up.
Because Mel Gibson already knows that he can't have Robert Downey Jr. and goddamn, what's her name? Lesbian.
That didn't narrow it down as much as it should have.
Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Because they went to bat for him for quite a while.
They did. It's just of all the hints you could have given me, just shouting lesbian was not going to get me
I
to
thought
Jodie
that would be
Foster.
obvious enough.
It should have been.
There are a lot of lesbians in Hollywood, though. There are just a lot of lesbians, period.
What?
And the world is
Me
better for
included.
it.
Agreed.
Yeah, in case you didn't realize, this is going to be the queer episode of All You Can Hear.
Yeah.
Hey, all you can hear, all you can queer. Am I right?
Hell yeah.
Yup. God.
So where do we go from here?
Well, I do have a few notes. Let's see. We did Disney Gay. We did.
Let's just make it gayer.
Oh yeah. Speaking of gay fixations, Megan, the upcoming movie by James Wan. Let me tell you, the gays love Megan.
I mean, she looks like an Olsen and she does TikTok dances. I'm here for
I
it.
do, whatever math, magic, movie mayhem they're doing, that was like the Forrest Olsen daughter. They pulled out of the closet, and it's like, oh, you're finally free. You can ditterbug on TV and like haunt this weird family.
Like I feel like that like Hollywood is slowly like plucking hairs out of all the Olsen kids to make this like chimera creature.
Megan looks like if you just face morphed all three Olsen girls together.
Yeah, she does.
It's really uncanny, but I can't tell you how gagged I was when that bitch starts dancing in the middle of this horror trailer.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
And how much the gay community has just eaten up and going to bat for this bitch. It's like, yes, it's like she ate, and like it's like there's a joke going around recently. It's like finally there'll be a new meaning to when people say, "Where were you on January 6th?" Because that's when the Megan comes out next year.
That is atrocious. I think the part in the trailer that got me is just when she gets down on all fours and starts chasing that kid
like a fucking dog.
That is the part that had me howling. Like, I don't know what this movie's gonna be, but I'm here for it.
I mean, hey, she went feral, and so the gays are going feral too.
God, this fucking movie. James Wan might need to be stopped.
Just a little.
I mean, he's like, I fucking blew people's wigs off with Malignant last year. I need to come for their collective wigs again.
I still have to see it. I still have not seen Malignant. We have to change that because
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm so curious.
That's gonna be fun. I am a little afraid that it might be a little hype overdose at this point, but
yeah.
I still think there's gonna be some fun to be had with that.
That's fair. Honestly, somehow, and I don't know how, I know nothing about that movie. I don't even know if I've ever watched a trailer, honestly, so I have no idea what the hell the movie's about.
So you're in prime position to watch the movie. Obviously, you know, like it gets crazy, but you don't know to what extent. So I mean, I know that movie is controversial for some people just because like either they kind of got oversold on the promise or it just wasn't their bag, which, you know, very fair. There's a lot of stuff in it that may not be super, I mean, nothing like objectionable, like problematic, just like what type of movie it is, it's just not for them.
Gotcha.
But like we had a fucking hoot. I remember watching it by myself and I was hollering.
Yeah, and then we watched it all as a family, and it was, God, that movie was a fucking experience.
I'm gonna have to watch it eventually.
We definitely need to just watch it together so we can just be like sit and watch it to see how you react.
I'm down. It sounds like fun.
But speaking of group watches, we watched the first episode of Boulet Brothers Dragula Titans not too long ago. That was a little bit before Halloween, and that was a fucking hoot too.
That was awesome.
And that was your first time watching any of Dragula, right, Ash?
Second, because we watched that one episode one night and then that. So that was really like my major introduction.
Okay. Because we talked about it before on the show, but the Boulet Brothers Dragula is a drag competition show, but with the direction of it is a horror-themed competition. Like all the queens in there, they're a bunch of spooky bitches, ooky spooky, gross and gags. And like the level of artistry is like incredible, and this is essentially their all-star season. Titans is, and they have 10 returning queens from the past 4 seasons of the show. They all coming back to compete for $100,000, and like they're just right out of the gate coming for the throat of every single bitch in this competition, just like being an already high amount of shade and like sniping is present on the show, even more so for Titans.
Like, I feel like it didn't, like, no other season has started off like this fucking spicy.
Because they're just, like, immediately, like, just being as catty and as shady as possible.
God, yeah.
And I would say for someone who's sort of new to this, like, who were some of your, like, standouts from that first episode of Titans?
I am terrible with names, so y'all are gonna have to help me here. I know I liked Eva.
Eva Destruction, she's from season 3.
And who's the cute one in the love triangle?
Hoso.
Yeah.
Oh, Hoso was our favorite.
Hoso's fucking amazing.
From season 4. She's from South Korea, and has a really cool, like, monstrous look. I love how she paints her face. It's just like this uncanny, but still very like aesthetically interesting, like doll almost.
She's super talented.
and just let the Bermuda Triangle between her, Asterolia, our fellow season 4 contestant, and season 2 contestant Abora.
So messy. That whole thing was just so messy.
And just like how like two of them are in love, and one person's like kind of pining for the other, and it's like a level of personal feelings are involved in this that seems a lot for a reality show.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Miss Coco Kane.
Oh yeah,
And her amazing set.
It's like the things were thinking when Miss Coco walked in.
I mean, I'm jealous because like gravity has an effect on mine. Hers are purchased, and therefore they're up there.
Yeah, like just like double Z tits, padded to the gods. Like this bitch has like hips to like Mars.
They are fully weaponized, and she knows how to use them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, hold on. Like, look at this. Come on, it's crazy.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, when they were going for, like, their elimination to vote off the queen they thought was the weak, like, she literally had to set her titties on the table. And then, like, she had, like, these acrylics that are, like, 17 inches long and, like, dipping them in the inkwell to write the name.
Her writing with her nails had me dying. That is by far the funniest thing I've ever seen.
And Joe and I watched episode 2 with Eli the other day, and the drama only continues. And just like, and the Boulets are like even spicier this season. It's just like, I think the girls didn't do too good of a job this time.
Well, granted, that second episode, there were some rough fucking looks.
I mean, there's some really good ones, but then like there's some that like that's a little boo-boo.
Gotcha. How was the challenge for that episode? Because I know that first one, I'm like, I can't watch this with them bobbing in blood.
Yeah, because the gag of the season, they don't have like exterminations like they did in the previous season. It's basically before each thematic challenge of the episode, they have to go through like this like gross like endurance challenge, and each the girls had to bob for 10 apples in a bucket of blood and like other like meat viscera, probably like fake blood with real guts in it, but still like, because literally they're still fully like dragged with like wigs and just dunking their heads in blood. And what was it, Kendra or
it was Kendra who just snatched the wig off,
and she's like, I'm ready to go.
Man, I love Kim. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of her looks, I just love her presence on the show.
She's so funny.
Like she's like she gives good TV.
Yeah, definitely.
Like who was she like dunking on and was like clapping at?
Was it Victoria or Yovska?
I think it was Yovska. Who, God, that little gremlin creature I do not like.
Was not a fan.
A Teletubby in a toilet bowl, they call it.
Call that bitch a Teletubby in a toilet bowl. I'm like, accurate.
It's the most accurate thing I've ever heard.
Because she's just like this, like Yovska from season 3, and she's just like this little like chipmunk face little shit, and just like always sticking her nose where it doesn't belong, and like ugh.
I still maintain that my comparison is the best comparison.
And explain, please.
Okay. I don't even know why I thought of this, but she looks exactly like Bulby from Jimmy Neutron, the little foreign kid. And
Slap, slap, slap. Clap, clap.
It took me, God, how long did it take me before I could figure out, like, one, what show it was, and two, what the character's name was? Because this was a struggle.
Because you had a very specific moment you're bringing up. It was like, okay, this person, but then like you went diving on like Wikipedia, and it's like, of all the fucking people to pull out of the.
And this is at work, like, right after lunch, and my brain was just like, let's make this weird-ass comparison.
It just like, I don't,
It's accurate.
It's very accurate, but the level of specificity is, like, incredible.
Scalpel-like, even.
But to your earlier question, getting back to that, the challenge in episode 2, because it's to the theme of the episode was witch looks.
Okay.
So the challenge was burn the witch. So they each had to go through a a ever increasing in intensity of spicy foods.
Okay.
So it's just like, here's a pepper. There's some wild shit. Like here's like a jalapeno, but it's filled with like habanero like puree.
Jesus.
And like,
Oh, I mean, and like by the end of it, they were eating whole ghost peppers.
and like some shit called Pepper X.
Pepper X.
What the fuck?
Don't know what the fuck Pepper X was, but like the two queens at the end were like they had ran out,
Holy shit.
and they were like, "Well, fuck. I guess just do them all at once until someone gives up."
No.
And like literally one queen is like goops, like pukes in her hand, sticks it back in their mouth and keeps going.
Holy no. No.
Yeah, like, man, it's... And I will say, even though that queen who spit up one, they could have picked anybody else to give, like, the detriment to.
She was just... yeah. Erica was just being petty, and I completely understand why. But, like, if you're thinking strategically, you should have went after one of the other queens.
Like Victoria James Black.
Yes.
Because, like... Because like the whoever won got to choose one queen that they could not wear a wig, a hat, or a headpiece for their floor show.
Ooh.
Which, like, for some of the girls, like, obviously they're styled in wiggatry,
Yeah.
and so, or like it'd be hard for them to compensate if they're not like good at thinking on their feet and coming up with a new plan for their drag. But then like Erica's just like, it's you, bitch, you take it, and then like. The bitch that she cursed with the challenge, it honestly had no effect on
Spoil
her.
it. Who did she do it to?
Abora came back.
Abora
Really?
came back.
Whoa. Pause. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so Abora went home, and then, like, they're all just, like, chilling, and then she just walks through the door as they're talking about her. She's like, hi.
Oh,
I'm
dear
back.
God.
And like,
So the love triangle continues.
For fuck's sake.
and like, there's a fucking bit with Hoso at the end, like fucking funny, shady shit. Because like after the floor show, and then like different ones like get their critiques and like who was in the bottom or whatever, they're talking about like because Abora's back, because in the first episode they said like they all chose to vote Abora off. You know,
Yeah.
whoever got the most votes of the bottom two. One would get sent home. And they're all talking like, well, I voted for them, I voted for her, and then Abora finds one stray vote left over that had Yovska on it. And they're like, well, who voted for Yovska? Because she wasn't even up for elimination. And then there's just a moment or a close-up on Hoso. She's like laughing, ha-ha, winks to the camera. And it's like, you fucking bitch.
So I definitely remember seeing her write it in the first episode, and I was like, wow. That's definitely going to be a thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And so, like, we're having a hoot with Dragon. I definitely hope we get to watch more of it together, because, like,
Yeah.
just listen to all of us, like, have our little remarks throughout it is a great communal watching experience.
Yes.
Especially with this house.
God, yeah. I still want to know what Pepper X is.
It has to be some weird diabolical science. Like, they genetically Jurassic Park this fucking pepper to be as spicy as possible. It's something, and some snack called scorpion peanuts.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is
What?
scorpion peanuts?
That sounds like it's a peanut coated in, like, chocolate pepper than, like, trucker medication. Like, trucker, like...
So crystal meth.
Yeah. And something I didn't clock the first episode, but the new, like, sexy dude next to Israel, he's actually... His name is Ken XY. He is the runner-up of the Go-Go Boy competition show that happened earlier this year.
A question, does he have a belly button?
And I would,
I'm more upset that was also my question.
no, yeah, I thought that too, because that goddamn show from ABC Family, Kyle XY.
Where the whole bit was he doesn't have a belly button. I mean, he was an alien, but he didn't have a belly button.
Or was he a clone?
He
Or
was
was
an
he a
alien.
clone?
I think he was an alien.
Or was he an alien clone?
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I didn't either. I just remember all the ads.
I remember seeing all the ads and seeing the ads and thinking, wow, that is fucking stupid.
I mean, because it's like, back in the day when the ABC Family just had like a bunch of teen drama direct, like before the CW became what it was. Like, I don't even know if the CW was still like, it might have still been the WB at that point.
Nah, it was already CW.
But hold on, let me find a picture of the guy. This is Ken XY.
Okay.
I mean, because he was like the little.
He does indeed have a belly button.
He does have a belly button.
He's not a clone that we know. It may require some further investigative journalism. I am now scrolling his Instagram.
The truth is out there.
Because he was like the dude who's like gave out the challenge in episode 2, and it's like, oh fuck, it's him. And I was like, I forgot how fucking fine he was.
I mean, you are not wrong.
So, yeah, if you have a Shudder account or AMC Plus account, check out Dragula. They had the whole series and Titans now. It's a fucking hoot. I think someone who's probably going to petition to be on the next season of Dragula, in case you haven't seen already, it's Heidi Klum, who's known for throwing big-ass Halloween parties in Hollywood. Rumor has it's among some of the best, but this bitch went all out, and she was a goddamn worm, head-to-foot worm for Halloween, and I don't know, she kind of ate.
I honestly, she looked like that was her real form. Like she shed her skin. You hear about lizard people and reptile people. I honestly think it's worm people.
You're not wrong.
I mean, whoever
Heidi Klum worm person confirmed.
I mean, whoever was her makeup artist, like, she's completely enclosed in this giant worm. It's just her fucking face, not peeking out of a hole. Like, it's like her eyeballs in her mouth are like, hey, what's happening? I'm Heidi Klum. Like, giving, like, red carpet talking head, but then, like, she's in a fucking worm outfit.
Have you seen the pictures of her just, like, laying on her side? That shit kills me.
Just laying on the...
like, I'm a worm.
There's a post that I actually saw online, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to find it again, but they released like the original concept art, and whoever worked on the costume was like, I originally thought she meant like sexy in a worm. So it's like this kind of, he's like, it kind of resembles inflatable fetish wear is how he worded it.
Yeah.
And then she came back and she was like, no, I want to be a fucking worm, like a literal worm.
She's like, no.
She's like, I want to return to worm, goddammit.
She's just like, I don't want tits. I don't want pussy. I want worm.
Yeah, because he had like full like inflated tits on her, like separated and lifted. And she was like, no, none of this sexy shit. I just want to be a grub.
Which, like, I appreciate the fuck off. Just give me goopy, gloppy worm.
It's so creepy.
But what gave me so much life Monday morning when I showed that video of Heidi Klum worm to Joe, she had a physical reaction.
I did. I threw the phone. I did not like that. Like, my fight or flight kicked in.
She was flapping. Like, goddamn, she's like, Mama, I don't like that.
And yet, your next thought was to share that immediately upon me getting out my car at work.
Yeah.
Like the first words out of your mouth are, have you seen Heidi Klum? Yeah, that's what I got greeted with on Monday morning.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Love you.
Like, we're just
Hearts.
sharing our brain worms. And but on Heidi Klum's Halloween party, did y'all see Anak Yai as Blade?
Yes.
Yes.
She looks incredible.
I fucking love
How
that.
fucking fierce is she?
She
Move
looked amazing.
over, Mahershala. We're recasting Blade.
I mean, like, I don't give a shit if we did gender bent Blade and we hired this girl day
She's
one
super hot.
pre-order.
I'm just saying she looks like she could ice skate uphill.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not convinced there aren't actual blades on those shoes. Like, those are.
I mean, for real.
I love it.
I mean, God, she is so fierce.
Did you see Janelle Monáe's costume?
She was.
The diva from the Fifth Element?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, she looked fucking incredible.
I mean, like, the dolls came out in Halloween this year. Keke Palmer was Rogue.
She looked incredible.
Oh, yes.
Cardi B was Marge Simpson.
Lizzo was Marge Simpson.
No, well, they might
Unless
have
they both did, yeah, because I know Lizzo did a photo shoot. I haven't seen Cardi's.
Oh, goddamn, girl. She looks good. Like, that is so good.
Was that Janelle?
Mm-hmm.
She always goes above and beyond with her costumes. Have you ever seen her as the Grinch?
I'm about to.
Please do, because it's incredibly well done.
I'm showing Ash Cardi
Damn,
B.
Cardi.
Cardi B is just like...
It's kind of like...
Oh, yeah.
It's like Marge Simpson meets like Fran Drescher
Yeah.
with the outfit. Like there's like nanny vibes.
I
I'm
mean-
here for it though.
I mean, like, she looks great. Like, she
She
has
looks
like
fantastic.
a lime green like bodice. She got hips out, bodied out, and then
Look up the Lizzo one though.
I'm seeing the Grinch right now. And then Megan Thee Stallion was Mirko from My Hero Academia.
She looks incredible.
Yes.
I mean, she just looks incredible. Period.
I 100% support this.
Oh God, it's like,
Damn.
I mean, I don't know if you know two things about My Hero Academia, but Mirko is like a top 10 character.
I know nothing. I know that costume is legit.
Oh God. No, Lizzo Marge Simpson's definitely more of a bit.
Oh, okay, here we go. Side by side comparison.
Side by side of
Lizzo fucking killed it.
I have to say, yeah, Lizzo wins this round.
Yup. One of my favorite things.
but because she's kind of because like
Her doing like the crumping Marge Simpson
I was about to say,
is my favorite thing.
man, like let me tell you, the thumbnail for this episode is gonna be hot as fuck. It's gonna have Worm, Blade, Marge Simpson, Mirko, the Boulets.
Squeeze Janelle Monáe in there somewhere, please.
Yes.
Insanity.
Oh, and and if we're gonna talk about hot, sexy monster bitches, how can we not talk about Geigen's mom?
Oh, we got to talk about Geigen's mom.
I need the context here.
Okay, so Geigen is the well-known Godzilla monster. If you let's show her what Geigen looks like before we show Geigen's mom, because Geigen is a classic Godzilla foe. Kind of looks like this avian-like creature with hooked blade arms, like a buzzsaw on its belly.
Okay.
It's like a cyborg, like space
Trying
alien.
to find a good picture.
Classic Geigen first, and then we'll show him BDSM Geigen.
This one?
This is already
Yeah.
escalating quickly.
So, okay, this here is classic Geigen from the early Godzilla movies.
Okay.
And then right down here, this is Geigen. This is hot, sexy Geigen from Godzilla Final Wars, BDSM kinky Geigen.
Okay.
Now, to Geigen's hot, sexy, cunty mother is that there is a YouTube puppet show because it has like these little puppets of like, and it have like little like comedic bits with Godzilla and his like, rogues gallery.
Okay.
And they made up some new characters where they have Geigen, going around, but also introduced his mother and father. And fucking Geigen's mom's got it going on.
I am afraid.
That
Yep. Okay. And we're showing Ash here a picture of Geigen's father, and that's his mother. And she's giving, like, H.R. Geiger realness.
Why the titties, though?
Just Geigen's hot, sexy, kinky mother. And I love...
this dump truck, though.
I was going to say, she's got the boobs, and then she's definitely got the Pixar hips.
And I love this art by Matt Frank, noted kaiju artist. Like, just, like, giving full body.
Why does the monster have a BBL?
That's a good question.
I mean, you tell me that's not like a pandemic flew overseas to get her BBL look. Like, she's snatched for no fucking reason. There's a waist trainer and a surgeon involved.
Jesus Christ, you're not wrong.
You're welcome.
Goddamn. And I love how she's got the fucking buzzsaw on her pussy.
Cooch, yeah. Cooch saw.
The sequel to Teeth that no one asked for.
For real.
Goddamn.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh yeah, they also showed King Caesar's mom, but obviously she's boo-boo by comparison. But man, you know what? I think the monster fuckers are eating good now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I feel as though we've given the monster fuckers too much power. I feel like there's a shift in pop culture that makes me really nervous.
They're just like, hey, a villain.
What, monster fucking becoming mainstream?
I mean, it's pretty close.
I mean, it's like finally, because like
Shape of Water did win Best Picture.
This is true.
there's some monster fuckers on the Academy board.
Mm-hmm. Confirmed.
And
Still have to
I'll say
finish that.
about goddamn time.
Is that what you're saying? Is that really where we're going with the monster fucking?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 2022. Why are we clutching our pearls over monster fucking?
So are you telling me you're having a monster fucking phase and a Disney phase simultaneously?
Hey, I contain multitudes.
This goes some weird places.
Pat's really into the bees.
Oh, geez.
As
Oh,
me and
Okay,
everyone else.
wait.
Excuse me.
Let's talk about the bees.
I'm not a basic bitch.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's
Oh,
like.
he's. Never mind.
Nope, you gotta say it.
Finish that thought.
Finish. We need to know.
I was going to say he was really into Kuzco's llama form.
That's not monster fucking.
That's just unfortunate.
I mean,
That thing is an unfortunate monster.
I will say there's a surprising amount of monster fuckers on my timeline. There's one person who's very, very into Sully from Monsters Inc.
I lack words.
But like the weird fucked up disease part of my brain is like, not my thing, but I get it.
I mean, I see how we got there.
Yeah,
but
it's like I can see how someone would find Sully from Monsters Inc. attractive.
yeah,
Just like a big body, and I'm sure like John Goodman's kind of like deep voice is probably appealing to.
I guess.
All right, okay. Well, who's your monster fucker crush?
I mean, no, see, I'm basic because, like, I like vampire shit, so it's just, like, I do more, like, the humanoid monsters, the ones who aren't completely hairy.
It's like on the sliding, on, like, the quadratic spectrum of monster, do you have, like, the humanoid and you have, like, fully formed monster?
Yeah, no, I'm basic. I'm definitely on, like, the humanoid end. I don't watch a lot of stuff with monsters. Or read a lot of stuff with monsters, so it's also a lack of exposure.
We just have to find the right monster for you.
Is that how this works?
Hey, we're gonna. It's like the ink blot test. We're gonna just show you pictures of goopy monsters until you feel like a tingle somewhere, and it's just like, oh, there it is. I've discovered something about myself.
I am not in the market for any new kinks, so we're not unlocking shit. No.
It's like all my inventory slots are full.
Pretty much. We got to move some stuff around before we throw anything else in there.
We got to downside.
It's like a Pokemon. They can only learn 4 moves. You got to forget one.
Exactly. I've got a few slots. They're all full. I'm comfortable with where we are right now.
Or like in, what is it, Skyrim, you have like 500 pieces of like item, but then you get one more. You just stop moving until you take out that one over the
like
limit.
one little brick, and then all of a sudden you run like fucking Superman.
I'm not. No, we're not venturing there. At this time, I'm sorry, my slots are full. I'm good.
Okay, all right. We'll put a pin in that for now.
I don't like the for now. No. Nope.
Very ominous for now.
A little bit.
The foreboding dark cloud on the horizon line. I guess the last little bit of news that we'll be talking about is, since this is the Cinema Grimoire cast, we should probably talk a little bit about what you can expect from the next episode of Cinema Grimoire. And if you would, Ash, let us know what is the next movie that'll be up for discussion.
We are going to be talking about The Craft.
The Craft.
So good.
And I know y'all actually watched that pretty recently, and I still need to do that before we record that episode. And just a little sneak preview for the audience. Like, what can we expect from the Craft discussion?
Witches.
A lot of talk about how teenage girls are psychotic.
Fair.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A lot of that. A lot of discussion about Skeet Ulrich playing a creep through the entirety of the 90s.
And the fact that his name is Skeet.
The fact that
that's his
also
professional
Skeet.
name. That's not his given name.
What is his given name?
We will find out. We are on the case, Mr. Skeet, if that's your real fucking name.
Wasn't he also on Riverdale?
He was Jughead's dad.
Oh
Because
God!
there was a whole thing where people were like, Jughead's dad is kind of hot. And then when I saw who it was, I'm like, is that fucking Skeet Ulrich? What the hell?
I mean, there's literally an episode where he references his entrance in the screen where he climbs into a window.
Holy shit.
Okay, so hear me out. His real name, born Brian Ray Trout.
Jesus Christ.
So it's either your fish or your cum.
That name has a banjo attached to it. There's just like,
Guess where he's from?
where is he from? I'm going to go with something like Arkansas.
No, not quite.
Damn. Where's he from?
Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yeah, there's a banjo attached.
Literally, his top 3 things on Google: Scream, The Craft, Riverdale.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's it. We've covered all our ground.
It's like, I don't know. He was back when the Riverdale had parents in it before it ballooned into a being beyond mortal comprehension. Like, he was part of the hot dad squad.
The fact that there's a hot dad squad is kind of weird.
I mean, well, obviously, my favorite hot dad is that position belongs to someone else.
Who does it belong to, Pat?
Come on.
Goddamn, I forgot his name. Hold on, banter.
He better be actually hot.
My brain is literally just a flat line right now.
I'm going to be so disappointed if he's not like the right level of dad hot.
Hold on, I have to go about this a backwards way.
The anticipation is killing me.
I'm fucking stupid. I couldn't remember his goddamn name.
Who we got?
See, like, my favorite heart dad was Mark Consuelos.
Okay, yeah, no, he was like a soap opera star. Like, he's like soap opera hot.
So, like, I go, oh, he's out by default.
No, I mean, like, that's fine, but it's also like, nah, I don't know if I would say like dad hot.
Okay, there's Skeet Ulrich, Luke Perry, R.I.P.
Oh, Luke Perry.
The guy, I can't remember the actor's name. The guy who played Kevin Keller, the gay kid's dad.
Curiosity has the better of me.
Kevin Keller, dad, Riverdale.
Why were there nothing but hot dads on this show?
I mean, there's some hot moms too. See, this is Kevin Keller's dad.
Damn.
I mean, yeah.
Gretchen Amick was on Riverdale.
That I did know.
She's Betty's mom.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that.
She's the only parent that's still on the show. Everybody else just fucked off. And goddamn, who played Josie's mom?
Sierra McCoy, let's see. Played by Robin Givens. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a throwback.
And Molly Ringwald was Archie's mom.
Aw.
And I forget who plays Veronica's mom, but she's on The Real Housewives now.
Yikes.
And they reference that on the show. Marisol Nichols.
I don't know who that is. Okay.
See, and plus, like, I feel like most of the parents were like '90s stars. Mm-hmm. There's actually a really fun episode later on in the series where all the Riverdale like youth actors play their parents in the '90s.
That's cute.
And it's really cool. Yeah, coming soon. Pat Talks Riverdale.
God, that show's insane.
I've heard nothing but just how butt-fuck wild it is.
I smoked JoJo's brain trying to explain one plot line in that goddamn show.
I have a friend online who gives me recaps periodically, and it's the craziest
They have
shit I've
fucking
ever heard.
superpowers now. They're into the multiverse.
I know Sabrina was there for a while, right?
Yeah, she came in this previous season where it officially literally has completely separated from reality.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did they do the whole Sabrina thing? Like, did you watch Sabrina?
I watched it for a bit, but I didn't finish it.
Okay, do you care about spoilers?
I mean, I know she dies.
I mean, no, there's no fucking air quotes. Like, she's dead. Like, that's it. It ends with her dead.
I think she just comes back.
What the fuck?
I mean, it's been a minute. I don't know how they wibbly wobbly her back. I think she just comes back.
She's like the daughter of Satan. She can fucking do what she wants.
They had a Phoenix down. They brought her back, and then like there's some, I don't know. There's like some dark magic. There were like they're trying to like sacrifice Archie on the cross to like summon Satan, and then like there's like a split where like they in the time space continuum where they get like superpowers, and then there's another like thing where they stop the bad thing, but then they're all thrown back in time. So this final season of Riverdale, they're all in the 50s, like the original comic was.
I don't know how I feel about that part.
Roberto Aguirre Sacasa is an insane man.
Just a little bit. Having gotten through all of Sabrina, God help me. Yeah, that man's insane. Last season of Sabrina was legit, though.
Yeah.
They have an episode where they actually reference like the 90s show.
Oh,
like,
really?
She ends up like trapped within the set, and they're all having to like they're being forced to read their lines, and it turns out they're being held hostage by like a demon, but the demon is Salem, but the puppet Salem. And it's like it's a whole thing.
Bitch, you better work.
But it's like it gets really weird and really uncanny, and like it goes to some absolutely bizarre places, and it's the most fun of the season.
Okay, maybe I gotta get back because it's a
you gotta watch last season. Last season is so much fun.
Okay. I think I can get on board for that. And
the
I gotta
ending's
watch.
horrible though.
I mean, I've heard people who enjoyed the ride of Sabrina were none too pleased of the ending.
You know what? Honestly, I couldn't even be mad because my expectations were so low.
I mean, the man is crazy.
And it shows in that last season with her weird dad stuff. There are two Sabrinas.
I heard there's two.
Did you get that far?
I didn't get that far, and just like there's two of them now.
Yeah, there's two of them, and they just kind of eventually accept that there's two of them. There's one in hell, there's one on Earth, and they're kind of doing their thing.
Unless the Sabrina that's on Riverdale was one of the other Sabrinas.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. It could be the other Sabrina. No, the other Sabrina also gone.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't know. They just bullshit some stuff.
I mean, does it? I don't think it really matters.
No, I mean somehow also the new season of Pretty Little Liars is in the Archieverse.
I don't understand that show because all of those girls looked 30 when they were supposed to be playing 15 years olds, and now they're like 40 something playing like 16-year-olds, and I don't get it.
I mean, I know that's
Who is A though?
God, I hate that.
Who is A?
I've never watched the damn show.
I mean, like I know an old roommate of ours was into that, and I'm just like, whatever. I don't get it.
I don't see the appeal personally, but
I mean,
people like it.
We all have our weird bullshit that everyone just sort of politely puts up with whenever we talk about.
Fair.
So I'm sure that's Pretty Little Liars for somebody.
Yikes.
Is that an episode? I don't know.
I guess.
So yeah, hey, thank you for listening to this. This weird, gay, rambling, horny bullshit. But I think we had a good time talking.
Definitely.
I did.
Especially like this nice unholy trinity. First time in a banter session. But you can always look forward to more from us on the Cinema Grimoire on the new AYCH Xtra feed. The process is right now to at least do one episode a month, depending on how things go. And we might bump that up to a little more, but you can definitely expect another episode very soon where we're discussing the craft. So keep your eyes open and ears open as well for AYCH Xtra feed. We have a new episode coming your way soon. And just as we wrap up today, thank you all so much for listening. We had a great time. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please go back and listen to all our other episodes that we did recently. October was our biggest month of the year. We had a whole bunch of episodes, all spooky related, so go back and check those out. There's a lot of really good stuff. There's been a lot of, big upsurge in our backlog recently, and we hope you go back to look at all those as well. We appreciate all the people from in the state, from the country, and the world over for listening to us this year. Y'all really are just like super great fans. We're just continuing to listen to our silly stuff. We always appreciate you when you do it. If it's your first time listening, thank you for joining us. You can follow us wherever podcasts are found on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. We're on Twitter and Instagram while those two still exist. at all you can at AYCH Podcast. We're on Letterboxd as well. We have reviews, list of all the movies we watched on this show, and that's on All You Can Hear. And if you're listening to this episode, the week it comes out on Thursday, there's a brand new episode of Caging Greatness, where there'll be an uncaged episode where new co-host Jeremy is introducing a movie of his choice to the Cage crew, and that's 2010's Rubber, which, in case you don't know, it's about a sentient tire with psychic powers that goes on a killing spree.
What?
Yep.
Yep. And he's going to tell us all about it on Caging Greatness. And you can follow me, Patrick, on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. John lost his name.
This is Ash. You can find me on... Where can you find me? You can find me on Twitter at BlurredGirlBlue, Instagram and Facebook at Glam and Ghoulish, where I sell spooky jewelry.
And my name is Joe. You can follow me on Twitter at JONIABOY24 and John712 on Letterboxd.
All right. We'll be talking to you very soon. Take care. Be safe. And have a good night.